Newsfirst, Newsline with Faraz Shaukat Ali on TV1.
And a very good evening to you and a warm welcome to Newsline Live. My guest this evening is a new governor of the Eastern Province, Mr. Sendil Tonderman, of course, the president of the CWC. Very good evening, Mr. Tonderman. Nice to see you.
Good evening, Faraz. The same here.
Thank you. Now, does this mean that your appointment as governor, normally these positions are given to people at the end of their political careers. Does this mean that you've given up all hope of a parliamentary career?
No, it's not like that. Now, I represent a province called Uva province.
Yeah.
And right now I'm posted in another province called Eastern province.
Right.
During the last continuous disruption and continuous economic loss in the country, in fact, our contribution to the government continued to be though we were in power and not in power. Like for example, we got 4 million bags from India and donated to the people with lower income families. Then even that $1 billion from India, it was converted to food rations as a line of credit. Then we also got some medicine from a Pondicherry government. So we have continuously contributed. And HE wants somebody who can deliver right now. He doesn't want a ceremonial governance because there's no chief minister right now. No ministers, then there's no local authorities, no municipal council, mayor, chairmen and all that. So HE wants to put someone who will do all this work as one person. So he had a lot of options. In that I was given an opportunity by HE to perform and show, and I'm confident that I will do it.
Isn't it rather odd, your party, your base is normally up in the upcountry in Uva?
That's right.
And you've been posted to the Eastern Province.
No, if I'm being posted to Uva, so sometimes, it might look, I'm biased to my people. So the integrity doesn't work there.
But how will the population in the East view you? I mean, they'll view you as a person from the Uva who knows nothing about our problems.
It's like this. Maybe I'm not aware of their problems now, but I'm more aware about the administration, how to do, because I was 15 years in the provincial council. I've been a provincial council member, I've been provincial council minister, I've also been a short-term chief minister of the province.
What about your ambitions to enter parliament?
Yeah, that's it. So the administration in provincial council, I think I have a better knowledge than the previous governors in the Eastern province.
Right.
And same way when somebody else from Colombo can be posted there's no harm from somebody from Uva being posted in East.
Right. Okay, so there's no set, what you're saying is there's no set rule. Okay, but what about your political career in parliament?
No, actually right now I'm not in the parliament.
Yes.
Maybe there might be an election which is going to come after 2 years or 1.5 years and all that. That time I might take a call whether I'm going to contest or what.
Right, okay. And how's your relationship with the Secretary General, your party and you? Are you on good terms?
Yeah, we are in good terms.
Okay.
He's doing his ministry work and I'm doing my work.
Right. A happy alliance?
Yeah, of course.
And what of the next election, whichever it is, provincial, parliamentary, presidential, where will the CWC be? Will they be supporting one of the mainstream parties?
Right now we are with President Honorable Ranil Wickremesinghe. So that means we are in alliance with him. So I hope that this relationship continues for a longer time, because CWC has always been a long-standing partners. With former President Honorable Mahinda Rajapaksa, we have been with them from 2006 till 2022. It's almost a huge count of years.
Yeah.
Same way, we have also been with the UNP for 20 years before that. So we have always made our decisions not by this month or next month. So we take a call, we stay for 15-20 years. So I hope right now His Excellency the President Honorable Ranil Wickremesinghe, with his knowledge and with his connectivity overseas, he has managed the situation. And yes, even if there's somebody else they would have managed, but they wouldn't have managed it so well. So I feel the efficiency wise he's done a good job in spite of the parliament not with him. He doesn't have his own cabinet. He doesn't have his own MPs. Without that,
Yeah, but he is being backed by the Porto.
And that's what he has a cabinet of Porto and he's the president. That's how it works.
Yeah.
So when it's in the same equation and same political party, getting things and developing will be still more faster. When it's on opposite sides, definitely it's going to be very hard. But he has done it. He's crossed the hard hurdles and he has done it. So I think the next coming days, I think he will take Sri Lanka to better heights. That's what I assess.
But isn't this so-called connectivity that you refer to with our president, isn't that a little bit PR more than actual? Because
What do you mean by PR more than actual?
It's just all public relations. It's kind of a perception, but there is no real delivery. Because if you look at what we had help from India under the neighborhood policy of India, which is a very good thing they have. And clearly some of that was facilitated by your party's connections with India. And yet people talk about the connectivity of our president. But where is that connectivity? The IMF made us wait 9 months.
No, actually, whatever the commitments which the India government gave and all that got over during the Gotabaya Rajapaksa's presidency time itself.
Yeah.
After RW came, I don't think we were able to squeeze in and get more line of credit and all that.
That's right. So where is this connectivity that you speak of?
No, I didn't speak that RW is connected with India. I said his international connect is connected.
But that's my point.
That's
internationally, we haven't had any...
Let me... His international connect helps all these countries to put together. Now, for example, earlier there was these war issues, which the US strongly opposed, Canada strongly opposed, and Europe also strongly opposed. If the same president would have continued, I feel that the support which we have got now wouldn't have been even given by those countries. So there's an option of RW, and with his connect internationally being 5 times the prime minister of this country, and he's been one of the opposition leaders also. So, and with his knowledge, I think that he was able to get it down.
Well, okay. We, the two of us, have two opposing views on that. But that's all right, because I'm sure the public have their own opinion too. But my point is that, we are managing within a small square. Our economy is down by around just under 10%, and so on and so forth. But what about the people? What about the development in the East now? How long before you can get into it, roll your sleeves up?
I went down to East and I just did a proper analysis. I feel that more than $50-60 billion we owe the foreign countries. Right. Sri Lanka is liable for that. Yeah. And I feel that when you break it, it's around $6 to $8 billion coming to Eastern province. This is the commitment of us, because the national government can't get money from everyone. It has to come from the state and the provinces. Yeah. So I feel we have a commitment of $6 to $8 billion, which we have to deliver. Only if we do that, I think we will come out of this thing. So
what plans have you got?
Yeah, so in the East, I have one of the longest coastal belts of 430 kilometers. Yeah. So they have very good tourism. They got very good the fisheries and aquatic culture there, as well as they have got very good mineral sands, which are one of the world's best mineral sands. And then apart from that, they got very good agricultural lands, which are not being used. So where we'll have to tie up with farmers and cooperative societies and get that used. So there's a lot of water tanks, irrigation. There's a lot of opportunities in these. We have a harbour. We have another harbour also which is not functioning. But we have a Trincomalee harbour which is functioning. And there's 2 airstrips. And I think if we can plan it properly, I think we can get $8 to $10 billion from East maybe in 2-3 years. So that might help the Sri Lanka economy to be back to its strength.
And what about unemployment in the East? Is that very high?
Because of the 30 Years' War, there's been a long gap between the East people and the people of the other provinces. And most of them, you have widows there who have lost their husbands and their widows. So I'm basically concentrating on socio-economic problems. There are more than, I think, 10,000 widows there. That's what I think. So I'm concentrating on socio-economic developments, which we can give them so that, the economy starts building. Just by 1, 2, 3 companies come there, the economy is not going to build. every individual, if they start building the economy, then only the East economy builds. So I've started a lot of programs. I've met a couple of ambassadors and I've requested for their support. And I said that only if the external source support on socio-economic problems, I think we can get out of this. So, and I don't want to press on the Sri Lankan government because they have a lot of commitments to honor right now. So I'm very strong on getting financial assistance from other nations as a grant on a social economic program.
Okay. Now then, what about, in terms of housing, is that quite a problem in the East?
Yeah, in terms of housing also there's a problem.
So how do you intend funding it? I mean, when we have very little money.
No, I don't think bringing houses is going to help. After building the house, they are not going to have revenue. So I thought let's do a revenue generation for them. So with the money they earn, they can build their own house.
Okay.
So
it's you're talking about getting the private sector involved and trying to create more jobs?
More jobs, self-employment, socio-economic developments and all that. So in that they will be able to build their own houses.
And what about what plans for developing tourism?
Tourism, last week I summoned all the officers because I saw Navy was cleaning in certain places the beach. That's a bigger support the Navy is giving us. I said I called the municipal and Pradesh Sabha and urban council secretaries. And I said this is not the work of Navy. They are here to look after the coastal. They're just coming and doing a voluntary work.
Yeah.
Because of that, you people are not implementing what is mandatory to you all. There's coming around 17 local authorities in my coastal belt of 400 kilometers. So I have told the 17 authorities that I'm going to start cleaning the beach from Saturday. I'm going to start a program called Clean Beach. So I'm going to start it on Saturday. So if a governor, myself go clean a beach, then the secretary, the ministry of the concerned ministries, local government and the authorities, secretaries and all that, they have to monitor the workers whether the work is being done. We are being paid a huge money. And I see people tag me on Facebook with, dirt and plastics and things like that. Right now they clean once in 7 days or once in 10 days. Now I told them to clean once in 2 days or 3 days. So we will make sure in another 2 months the cleanest beach in Sri Lanka will be the Eastern Beach. So with that we will start our promotion saying that this is the cleanest beach in Sri Lanka. And after that we will try for certifications from foreign organizations to get the certification. And we might even try for the Asia's cleanest beach. It's all try, nothing harm in trying. So we might have more clean. So this will give a more, anybody coming and they want to go to beach, they'll think let's go to the cleanest beach. So I'm sure that I can attract more tourists there.
And, oh, look, it's time for a break. So we'll come back after the break. And we are in conversation with Mr. Sendil Thondaman, the new governor of the Eastern Province of Sri Lanka. And, of course, Mr. Thondaman representing the CWC as its president of that party. We'll take a peek at this evening's headline news and be back again with, as I said, Mr. Sendil Thondaman. See you on the other side of the break.
Newsfirst, Newsline with Faraz Shaukat Ali on TV1.
Minister Kanchana tells Parliament that those expecting to tie the knot do not seek favours from him.
එතුමාට එකක් කියන්න ඕන මම විවාහ වෙන්න ඉන්න පුද්ගලයන්වත් මගෙන් දෙයක් බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ නෙවෙයි ඒ කටයුතු කරන්න.
Lawmakers call for action against Ali Sabri Rahim and addresses letter to the Speaker. Sri Lankan man given suspended sentence for stealing 20 coconuts in 2021. Major revelation at Cope, world's largest Stars Fire cluster given fake value. President opposes attempts to divide Asia. Remains of the late Dinesh Shafter exhumed and moved to Karapiti.
When a heart attack strikes, every minute makes the difference between life and death. With the right care and treatment at the hand of the most skilled surgeons and medical professionals. With the perfect environment for recovery. Darden's Heart Center, dedicated to you.
Newsfirst, Newsline with Faraz Shaukat Ali on TV1.
And welcome back to Newsline, live with Senthil Tondaman, the new governor of the eastern province of Sri Lanka. So, Mr. Tondaman, tell me, Governor, what is the biggest issue you see in the east?
One is I feel that the amount of revenue generation from east is not being done. I don't think even 10% of that is being targeted. Maybe it might be because of the war, or maybe because of the connectivity without proper flights and proper train connectivity and ferry service. Connectivity plays always a major role in every development. So today I met Honorable Nimal Siripala. Yesterday I met the Indian High Commissioner also. There's a flight coming from Chennai to Jaffna. I asked if you can speak and extend it to east also. We'll also have domestic passengers getting in Jaffna and coming and getting down.
Right.
So that is one. Then,
so the Battle Airport is good?
Yeah, it's good enough for that. Then the Indian High Commissioner said he'll definitely look into in a positive way. Then I had a chat with Nimal Siripala today with all the private operators.
Yeah.
So Cinnamon Air has confirmed that they will be starting from July.
Yeah.
Daily a flight to Batticlo and Trinco.
Yeah.
And Fitch here also we are talking, and Yafos is also part of the board. So Yafos is also see how we can make it viable. Right. And then the ferry service which is going to come to Jaffna, we are speaking to extend it to the eastern province too. So that we'll have domestic people also going here and there. So that is one which we are working on. And train, like how they had that Yal Devi towards north, I requested, you'll have to give a Kelak Devi so that it comes towards the east.
Right.
They have to, the present railway track I don't think is much viable for high speed engines. So I think they'll have to do it up. So I have made a request, and I have requested all to be as grant, not as loan. And I hope that I'll get through. I hope that I'll get through.
You ever asked grants from India?
Yeah, because they are the one who did the railways in northern province. I said, please do a similar one for me to the east.
Right. Do you think they might be listening to you?
Chances are there, because it all depends on their budget, financial budget and all that. But if requests are not made, you can never know. When requests are made, you will know whether you get or not.
Right.
So I hope positively that I will get. So before my tenure as a governor ends, I think I'll be able to. It's all God willingly I'm trying.
Right. But in between, if there is a presidential election or there's a parliamentary election, what will you do?
I have to take a call at that time because now it's too early for me to decide on it. I have to take a call at that time.
And with your choice of officials in the East, will you be bringing your officials from your traditional Uber, or are you going to be able to choose from there?
Actually, there is an entire system of chief secretary and ministers and all that. Only my private secretaries, coordinating secretaries will be coming from my end.
Right.
The rest all will be as per the
rules.
Public Service Commission. Now they have put it out.
Right. And are you a little bit apprehensive that you'll be able to deliver because you're considered the man from outside?
No. That's why I don't have any obligations to anyone.
Right.
If I'm from inside, I'll have to have so many obligations.
Right.
So because I'm from the man outside, I just have to keep doing my work.
And what are the main industries or the key trade or agri, the sort of opportunities? Which ones do you think you'll be focusing on, bearing in mind that Sri Lanka has got a dollar crisis?
One is the industrial park.
Right.
They have a very big industrial park at Trinco.
Right.
We'll have to bring down different industries there.
Right.
Next is then we have a textile park.
Right.
At Batticlo. So we'll have to bring down many textile industries throughout the world there, so that it will give a lot of jobs there. Third is they have very good tourist potential there.
Right.
Then they have a very good illuminate deposit there, which is not being used. I think the entire illuminate east can cover the entire loan of Sri Lanka. So anyway, it's going to be filled by sea sand again once the seawater pulls in, So I feel that these things all should be concentrated where not $8 billion, we'll be sometimes able to do even $10-15 billion if we work on this.
All right. Thank you. What's your view about not holding elections, holding elections? What's your view?
No, actually, we are for democracy.
Yeah.
We signed the nominations and we started our campaign also. In fact, for the first and second postponing, we continued our campaign.
Yeah.
So if we don't want election, we are not going to do a campaign unnecessarily. So we continued campaign for more than 20-25 days. So we are in for an election to come. So CWC as a party, yes, we want an election to come. So that people's mandate, because I am not for an election which should come before the expiry date. I am for election which should come by its due course at the time of expiry. Now, for example, Pradesh Sabha and municipal gets over, then the election should come. But I understand that the amount spent for the election, it's not going to be in pennies. It's going to be in millions and millions of rupees. So will our economy be able to sustain that? That is my question. If our economy is able to sustain that, yes, because everything is not known to public.
Yeah.
Certain things are not known to public, certain things are known to public. So as being the administration, my only question is, my only worry is, if we keep an election, will the economy sustain? We can't go for another 2022 which happened last year, rioting, and then totally the international community lose the hope on coming to Sri Lanka. And if I have to go to invest, if they ask me, there are some issues at Afghanistan, whether you want to invest in Afghanistan or Singapore, I'll say Singapore, because there are some riots and this organizations which have taken over the parliament and things like that. So the same way when an investor has to come to Sri Lanka to relieve us from our debts, so he must have a very friendly and a safe atmosphere to bring his money in. So I feel if there's going to be another election which might be a debt trap, just because there are a few parties who think that they will get more votes. No, I'm not denying that they might get more votes than last time, but that is going to be a benefit only for a political party.
Right.
Or maybe one or two political parties, not as a country. As a country, when you see the amount of money which we have to do, I think if we do an election, we will not be able to pay 3 months government official salary. So if the government officials are ready for it, and things like that has to be considered.
But people have lost their lives, and people have done all sorts of things to ensure that democracy is alive and well.
No,
so
we appreciate it. We appreciate it. There's no point, second thought of talking something ill about it. It's definitely appreciated. We show the people's wish they wanted the president to go.
Yeah.
The people's wish they wanted a new president to come.
Yeah.
So both has happened. But you can pick only from the parliament. No, you can't pick from outside. No, whatever. Or even if the 22 million people want to pick somebody from outside, you can't pick. No, the constitution doesn't say so. You have to pick only from the parliament. So I think the constitution should be properly followed. The law should be maintained. That gives because we are basically a foreign support-oriented country. We are one of that. So we must make sure that the investors or the diplomats who come, they feel it should be a safe house. Sri Lanka was a safe house before 1980s. It was such a lovely country and such a safe. And because of various issues, the way they handled the thing, and it has ended up in a two-community clash, and finally then now it's ended in an economic crash, and it's gone to the worst. So now it's time we build Sri Lanka, not any political party. So let's all build Sri Lanka and make Sri Lanka a better country with the present president.
But do you see the president some weeks ago as well, and it's been almost a mantra, but he is calling upon the other parties to come and join hands.
That's right.
In a form of a de facto national government. Do you think that this can actually happen?
Actually, it's like this. You must have more eligible peoples to run. We can't say there are no other eligible people apart from the cabinet ministers. Yes, there are more eligible people outside. So when you have more people to assist, I hope recovery of the economy in 5 years might become 3 years. So I hope that president is not just going to take some Tom, Dick and Harry there. He is going to pick up the best lot and ask them to come and join him to run as a national government. He's not asking them to come and join as a UNP member. He's just asking them to come and help him take forward the country. And I feel this is a very fair call what he has made. He's not selfish saying that, I will only run the country, it's all mine. He wants everybody to be a part to take forward the country.
But there are some members of parliament who are uncomfortable in being party to a group of people who have got numerous accusations against them, several of which have never been tested in court. But then that's another problem, because one needs the judiciary.
No, I don't think
well.
President will be entertaining those people with allegations. I don't think he will be entertaining.
Because there was speculation that he had refused to make certain appointments.
Maybe I was not there.
You weren't there, so you don't know. But as far as the CWC is concerned, you all are happy to go along with this whole idea that we don't have money to have elections. Let's carry on with the basic macroeconomic reforms, and then let's look at elections.
Yeah, let's build the nation first and then go for elections.
Right. But we need the people to decide who will lead the country forward.
That's right.
So you're not deviating from that part.
No, naturally the people will only decide, no?
Yeah, so what I mean
the
is,
majority of the people will vote.
Would you encourage the president to have elections as soon as possible?
We requested for election. President also said that he is very keen into taking forward an election, but there are a lot of issues of the financial crisis which I mentioned you. So the president of the country must make sure that next day morning the government officials are paid salary, they have at least a glass of milk to drink. So he cannot, just because a few MPs wants to keep the election immediately, do that and make everybody on the road. So then after that they will bring out a point saying that, you know, the president knew that the economic situation is very bad and he thinking that he will win, he kept the election, or thinking that he will not go into through, his party is not going through, he didn't give. These are all rumors which they create. That doesn't work scientifically or technically. You have to do the equation. Out with this Right to Information Act, anybody can write to Treasury and find out what is the balance amount left, what is the amount required for next month's salary, what is the other recurrent expenses in the government, and with the money which is left out, you all can calculate and see how long this is going to run. So there's nothing to hide. These are not private monies. No, these are government monies. Any official there will know what is the balance sheet of the Treasury. And to my knowledge, I think Treasury is doing a very hard job. At least if we don't scold them, at least we don't appreciate them, we shouldn't scold them, because I remember, you know, day and night. Otherwise, dollar would have gone now to 400 plus. And not only dollar, the fuel lines, all that will have been gone like anything, you know.
Well, I wish you all the very best, Mr. Sendil.
Thank you for us. Thank you.
And in your new role as the governor. And you can count on News First, the Capital Maharaj Group, doing what we can to spread the message.
Thank you.
Thank you. And that's the way it was on Newsline Live this evening with Mr. Sendil Thondaman, the governor of the Eastern Province of Sri Lanka. It's now time for the Primetime News, and I wish you a very good evening as much as you can. And, of course, God bless you all.
When a heart attack